exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by the all-new Toyota Matrix. Get the feeling.
Welcome back to historic Cole Fieldhouse in its last year of use here on campus at the University of Maryland. A new facility will open up for the season next year. Maryland in the home white, Georgia Tech in the gold. And we're underway in College Park. Baxter controls the opening tip, gives it off to Blake. Immediately to Juan Dixon for three, and he can't hit the opening shot. Dixon nearly got the steal as Akins hustles it up for Tech.
Very important for Georgia Tech to take care of possession. Each possession is going to be so crucial in this ball game. They're outsized on the inside. Make sure you get a quality shot on the offensive end.
B.J. Elder gets just that, and that freshman has helped them since he's been inserted in the starting lineup.
Well, he is so athletic. Does a great job of taking the ball to the goal as well as shooting, as we saw.
Here's Wilcox. Good bounce pass inside. Mouton with a miss. Nelson got his hands on it, but Mouton got it back. Now a fight for the ball and a foul. Taking a look at the starters for tonight's ball game. Georgia Tech with Elder, Moore, Nelson, Akins, and Lewis. A very young lineup. Veteran group for Gary Williams of Maryland. Mouton, Wilcox, Baxter, Dixon, and Blake. That wonderful backcourt.
Very young basketball team for Georgia Tech. Out of the 14 participants for Tech's team, 10 are the freshmen or sophomores. So a lot of inexperience, but boy, they're getting better each week.
It seems like they're finally understanding what it's all about and starting to understand it together. Another miss. Good pass ahead, but out of bounds and off of Georgia Tech, Maryland. Elder threw it away, trying to go for the home run. Paul Hewitt now at the 500 mark, late in his second season. Had some very tough early losses.
Yes, he did. He did. Like I said, with a very inexperienced team. And what he's done well with his team is convince these young guys to play hard every possession, not take 2 or 3 possessions off and then participate. They play hard every down, and that just makes you better.
Good job by Georgia Tech's defense, but Dixon got a hold of it. Boy, are they battling for the basketball inside. Now Elder comes up with it, and they're pointing at Elder.
B.J. Elder in there mixing it up with the big guys, Baxter and Wilcox. He comes away with the basketball as well as a foul.
Well, I guess when you tell him he's a forward, he's got to go in there and play like one. There's Gary Williams, 55 years old, now just moving up that ACC ladder of victories in the conference. He has passed some great coaches this year. Dave Odom, Norm Sloan, Vic Bubas. He's gone by them all this season. Lewis with a jumper outside. Dixon went for the steal. Couldn't get it. Georgia Tech's up by 3.
Classic mistake in basketball. Overrunning the play, overrunning the pass, leaving a good shooter an opportunity to step in between you and the basket and shoot the basketball.
If Lewis had enough attempts, he would be the best three-point shooter in the ACC.
He's got a beautiful shot. Really strokes it. Get a little confidence. He gets more confidence. He's going to be a great player.
Baxter missed the shot, but got the rebound. Just powered in against Nelson.
Baxter eats up a lot of space inside, as we all know. He has really good hands, Mike. We were talking earlier about the pass in the North Carolina game the other night that Steve Blake threw, and he caught with one big paw and stuck it in the hoop.
If he hadn't caught it, might have knocked him out. Moore with a miss. Mouton with a rebound. Here comes Blake.
Speaking of Blake, he really pushes that basketball, makes good decisions for this team. He's a big guard that can defend, put a lot of pressure on the team's point guard.
And Blake is just a tremendous assist man.
We really enjoyed watching him in the pregame. He worked hard on getting ready and preparing himself mentally.
Dixie slashes inside, got it to Baxter, basket and the foul, and it's going to be on Clarence Moore, and you can already tell, Brad, just the tremendous strength advantage that Maryland has inside.
Well, you see Lonnie Baxter on the post here. Nice little hook. Gets his own rebound, follows his shot up. And in this next play, if anything, you go hard to the basket. He takes a power dribble. He wants to dunk that ball. He can't quite get the dunk off, but he goes so hard, he's able to make an easy shot for himself.
Baxter has struggled this year at the free throw line, only 59%.
That'll get better. He's got to work on that touch. He's got a good-looking shot. He's got to take his time, get a good feel, good rhythm, bounce those knees, those feet, whatever you got to do to get a little rhythm there.
Elder slices inside, back out to Lewis. He had hit 1-3, misses this one.
A quick shot. He just settled down. Lewis did make a nice shot in the play before, but got to take the time.
Mouton, who's a very streaky shooter, can't hit that one. Moore with a rebound. Tries ahead. Good job by Marvin Lewis to make the catch and try to get it to a teammate as he was out of position. And Schencher will come in for the first time for Georgia Tech. And Ismail Muhammad is in for the first time. Another couple of youngsters who have really contributed, especially Schencher coming back after missing 12 with a bad foot.
Really like Schencher. He does a good job. He keeps that ball up high. Classical big guy. Does some good things, shoots the ball good fundamentally. I think he's just going to get better and better. Gets a little bigger, a little stronger. He could be a dominant player.
He's working against Baxter right now. Here's Muhammad, kicks it out to Moore. Good long-range shooter, but misses this one. And look at Wilcox, sky for the rebound.
Can't teach that.
No.
That's just great athletic ability. He uses it to his advantage, definitely.
Boy, he is impressive. And here's the early shooting. Neither team doing very well.
Wilcox is unbelievably athletic, and I think he's going to get better as a basketball player. Fundamentally, he's developing more and more. He's not quite there yet, but athletically, he may be the best athlete in college basketball.
He needs to do the routine things, the average, everyday things, as Baxter loses it on the way in. The spectacular, he's already got it down.
Exactly.
Moore hustles ahead to get this one.
Get the big guy touching that basketball. There you go, hook shot. Nice.
Schencher in the lane, and that is going to be a goaltending on Wilcox.
That's good basketball by Georgia Tech. Get that ball down deep to that big guy and let him shoot that hook.
The freshman is not intimidated by guys like Baxter who have been around a long time. He's very sure what he wants to do offensively. He got the bucket there, and Georgia Tech's up by a point. 15:48 to go first half.
ESPN and ESPN2, home of the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship.
Sport utility rocket? Space capsule? The new Toyota Matrix. It's something else.
When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
Her ear isn't ordinary when she's the one you love. To place an extraordinary gift onto it, come to Kay Jewelers. Give your Valentine Kay's diamond earring and pendant set and receive a free talking bear.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Kay Jewelers.
Georgia Tech by a point early. Their motto this year might as well be youth will be served, because it has to be.
Very young basketball team, Mike. And you see right here, you have 100 starts by freshmen, sophomores, most in the ACC this season. 79% of the points come from these young people, as well as almost 90% of the rebounds. I mean, that's who's getting it done for you. Like I say, 10 of the 14 players are freshmen or sophomores.
Paul Hewitt biting the bullet. Schencher is a guy they thought might redshirt. He missed 12 in a row with a bad foot. Akins with 111 career starts. The rest of the roster has 133.
That's a young basketball team. They're coming in tonight against a great basketball team here in Maryland, number 3 in the nation. It'll be a great experience for these young guys to take into next season, as well as the ACC tournament, which is coming up soon.
Sooner than we think.
Yeah.
The regular season's over in 2 weeks.
It's been so quick. So quick this year. There's been so much great basketball.
3-second violation on Wilcox. Maryland's been sloppy early.
Yeah, they have. Not real sharp yet. They get going, and then they go to another level. Some, a week ago against Virginia, they did the same thing. Just kind of played at played around in the game, didn't do anything great spectacular until the last 3 minutes of the game. They went, pulled the game out and win it.
3 for 9 shooting, couple of turnovers. Muhammad, very good on the drive, doesn't get the bucket, but will get the foul.
Very porous defense. Gave him a lane all the way to about 4 feet in front of the basket. No one stepped in front. You got to step up, take a charge on that play.
Foul number 1, Byron Mouton.
Byron Mouton picks up the personal, his first, the team's first. And Muhammad goes to the line, the freshman from Atlanta.
Shooting 2.
Tomorrow on ESPN, an ACC Big East doubleheader. First, NC State at 18-6, looking for its first NCAA tournament bid since 1991 against number 1 Duke, 22-1, and Rutgers against Notre Dame out of the Big East. Well, you know Gary Williams, and you know how, you remember when you played, your coach would warn you that you can't look past these guys just because you got a big game coming up this weekend, and you all nodded your head and went sure and looked past it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You say sure, and then we know we got to play Duke. So it's hard, it's difficult. But when you have a lot of talent, it usually overrides that. If you got a mediocre team that's starting to play well, and you got a big game coming up and a game in between, those teams can lose those ball games. But when you got a lot of talent from 1 to 9, that overcomes a lot.
Baxter against Sencher. Sencher did a pretty good defensive job, but Baxter gets the loose ball and puts it in.
A lot of activity on that offensive end, keeping that ball alive. Lonnie Baxter, with tremendous hands, picks that ball up and finishes the shot.
Maryland up by 1. I tell you what, if Sencher can put on some weight, that kid's going to be a factor in the ACC.
I really think so, Mike. He's got good footwork. His hands are nice and soft, catches that ball. Nice
so is Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson is a good-looking 6'7" freshman. Averages 9 points a game, nearly 7 rebounds. Drew Nicholas into the game for the first time. Slashes inside.
Nelson's a battler inside for Georgia Tech. When we see Nicholas come in, he can just flat shoot the basketball, hit some huge shots in that Virginia win that won the basketball game for Maryland.
Only 2 buckets he had of the game were 2 threes down the stretch as Maryland made a tremendous comeback. Muhammad against Nicholas, excellent Maryland defense.
And this young Georgia Tech team will learn to finish those shots. That's been the MO for them lately. They get a lot of good opportunities, just can't finish the shots.
Nicholas with a miss, Nelson with a rebound. 13.5 minutes to go first half. Maryland going for victory number 20 against Georgia Tech. Elder. That's 2 for B.J. Elder.
A lot of talent right there in that young man's game. He needs to continue to shoot that ball. They need to get him more touches of the ball as well as Aikens. Got to get him going. He's trying to get everybody else involved, which he's doing a great job, but they need his points as well.
Blake, number 2 in the ACC in assists. Could become one of the all-time assist leaders in college basketball before he's done. 8 points now for Baxter, and we're tied at a dozen.
See, that becomes a problem with Lonnie Baxter getting those touches so low, making those shots because he's in foul opportunity as well.
Nelson too strong. Muhammad with a rebound. He missed, but he's fouled by Nicholas.
Awful easy rebound for Georgia Tech on that offensive board. See Aikens come down, nice pass to the corner. Elder, nice and square, strokes it, good shot. Got to do a better job if I'm Maryland boxing out. We've got to get these guys off the offensive glass. Too many opportunities.
Ismail Mohammed shooting 2.
Muhammad back to the line, a chance to give his club the lead, and does. And Taj Holden comes in for the first time. Wilcox will sit down. Muhammad makes them both to lead back to 2.
Good job by Muhammad stepping in, making the shots, doing things they need to do to win a ball game. And I'll tell you, they're playing well. Playing well.
Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
That's right. That's what they need to come into this building and have a chance.
Nicholas looking low for Baxter. Schencher out of there. Nelson's back on him, and they go right over Nelson to get him.
Good hands. Nelson did a good job pushing Lonnie out off the block. But Lonnie just rolled into him and pinned him in the lane. Tough pass, good hands.
Baxter 5 out of 7 from the floor so far. Nice backdoor cut, but excellent defense by the Terps. Ball knocked out of bounds to Georgia Tech.
Nice pass right there from holding down low. Lonnie Baxter gets it, goes up, gets a quick shot off. Can't do much when he gets it that low.
Lonnie Baxter already in double digits. And he can just be so dominating up front, as Brad talked about in the open. Nicholas with a block on Halston Lane, and here's Blake, head up all the way.
Yeah, the reason why it's a problem with a guy like Lonnie Baxter who continues to score inside, like I said earlier, he's so close to that basket, eventually he's going to start drawing foul opportunities, and that's a problem.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing to send him to the free throw line, but Georgia Tech doesn't have fouls to give him.
That's right. The depth's not there to give him those fouls.
Great pass by Blake, another assist, and the Terps are up by a bucket. McHenry, nearly a steal by Blake. Elder left wide open. Too short. Lewis tried to follow. There's Nelson, and Nelson is fouled. Nelson will fight you every inch of the way.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Georgia Tech's ability to offensive rebound against the number 3 ranked team in the country. I mean, they're getting offensive boards at will.
Hairpin foul, number 45, Taj Holden. His first.
Nelson in the first meeting
Ed Nelson shooting
with
2.
these clubs had 18 points, 8 rebounds. You see his numbers. He is the star of the ACC freshman. This is the free throw, however, one area where he has been deficient this year.
I mean, look at him. He keeps playing, picks the ball up off the floor, goes up, gets bumped on the arm, almost makes the bucket.
Entering number 33, Ryan Randall.
Baxter will get a breather with 11.5 minutes to go first half. Nelson, good rotation on the second, cuts the lead to 1. Got a timeout here at Cole, a 1-point game between Maryland and Georgia Tech.
Next Thursday. And Tom, Susan, set up a meeting on Monday. Any other thoughts?
You know, sir, instead of saving money by having only one office pen, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with 110% price match guarantee.
That's sharp thinking.
Hey, client's here. We need the pen.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
Her scent led me into the desert.
Can't believe this is really happening.
She can't resist my touch.
I love you.
Together we dance, alone in the wilderness.
Yes.
I am a glorious man.
Georgia Tech is fighting very hard against a tough Maryland ball club, Mike, but Lonnie Baxter has been dominant inside. Had a tough time. Look at this nice pass. Goes powerfully to the basket, draws the foul and the bucket. Watch his dribble. Nice left hand. Watch that ball die on the rim. That's good touch. Look at his hands. Great catch, tough pass. Goes up, gets a quick shot off. They're going to have to deal with him if they're going to get this ball, get this win tonight.
5 out of 7 from the floor. The rest of the club only shooting 30%. Baxter came into this game on the verge of becoming only the second 1,000 rebound man in the history of the University of Maryland. The other was the great Lenny Elmore.
Wow.
Who incidentally did it in fewer games.
Really, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Wilcox blocked by McHenry.
Henry steps up and blocks that. That's great defense. Had a charge opportunity and a block opportunity. And they lose possession. Good job at Georgia Tech.
Chance to regain the lead as we approach the 11-minute mark. Tech had won 3 straight and then lost to Duke.
And Lonnie Baxter's got his game in gear, but the rest of his teammates got to pick it up a little bit.
Nelson trying to power his way in against Randall, and he walked.
I mean, you're almost 10 minutes into this ball game, and this is a game, if I'm playing for Maryland, I'm saying, hey, we got to go out and jump on these guys and put them away. They're too feisty. They won't, they don't know better as far as not going away. You got to beat them down. But Maryland just can't do anything with them.
And you know as well as anybody, you let somebody who's an underdog hang around long enough, then you're in trouble.
That's right. Get a little confidence, make a big shot here or there. Weird things happen. Next thing you know, you're fighting for your life to win a ball game. You should win you know, easily.
Akins picked up that foul as Georgia Tech trying to exercise some full court pressure. Really tough against Maryland. They have excellent ball handles.
Yes, they do. They break every press and trap so easily. Wilcox as well can handle the basketball, relieve pressure. They bring Mouton in. He's such a good ball handler.
Dixon, good head fake in the soft touch. Juan Dixon with the bucket. It's a 3-point Maryland lead.
I tell you, every time Maryland scores, Georgia Tech sprints out. Oh, no. Georgia Tech sprints out, tries to get the long pass. They must see something in the films that we don't.
Mouton, baseline. Maryland can run those 10-point streaks at you. Akins really hadn't had a good shot opportunity yet. He's the #1 3-point shooter in the league.
He's done a good job distributing that basketball.
McHenry pulls up this time and missed. One and done for Georgia Tech. And when Shencher's not in there, they don't have a lot of presence outside of Nelson inside.
16 of, well, it's actually probably 18 of their 20 points have come from the paint thus far for Maryland. One jumper by Mouton, and it was rather close. So they're trying to play to their strengths and take advantage of their size and just talent level around the basket.
Maryland has a wonderfully deep team. Dixon with a 3, just nicked the front of the rim. And Gary Williams has established an exceptional rotation.
I don't know if Gary didn't like that shot. He didn't like what happened. He was pretty angry. Of course, he's always fired up over there.
Akins will try a 3. And it goes over the backboard out to Maryland. I don't think he liked the fact that a 20-footer was only 19 feet. Following us from Charlotte, Memphis, #1 in Conference USA at 10-1. The Tigers, led by one of the nation's best freshmen, guard DeJuan Wagner, #2 in the conference in scoring so far this year.
Ooh, he is tough. DeJuan Wagner can flat play. I mean, he's such a strong guard and shoots the ball well. They got a kid, Kelly Wise. If he's healthy, been struggling with some injuries. He is unbelievable on the backboard.
Interesting that it took Akins 10.5 minutes to get his first shot. And Nicholas throws it away. Akins to Moore. Moore couldn't handle it. Wilcox may have gotten away with a little shove. Akins back outside with a miss. And out of bounds to Tech.
Moore couldn't quite gather the ball up. Did a good job getting it back to Akins. Came back out, reset. Another opportunity, another possession. And once again, they end up with it again.
Shencher is back in there as Paul Hewitt has seen his team get banged inside enough. Randall reaches around, knocks it away from the 7-footer. Randall's been a big find for them out of Allegheny Community College.
Good low post player, good around the basket, good hands as well. Strong kid, does a good job. He's had some big moments for him this year.
It's not rare a program at this stage takes a JUCO transfer. Muhammad kicks it back outside. Moore for 3 and got it. So Georgia Tech shot well from outside so far.
And they're hanging tough. Very impressive, Georgia Tech. Paul Hewitt's done an excellent job with his young ball club. Got to pat him on the back. Guy can flat coach basketball.
He proved that last year.
Yeah.
You could tell what he did coming in rather difficult circumstances with Bobby Crimmins leaving and all the turmoil that caused. Maryland turns it over again.
Tony Akins making a super pass here. He catches the basketball. He's just moving it around. Moore knocks it down.
Akins has really developed himself into a complete ball player. Maryland yet to hit a 3. Tech shooting 37%. Muhammad goes into the lane. He's fouled on the way in by Mouton. That'll be 2 on Byron Mouton.
I tell you, Mike, Maryland is really struggling getting into sync here this evening. I totally did not expect this. I never want to go to a ball game and expect one thing, but I didn't think that they would be this. It's not lethargic. They're just not in rhythm.
Well, no easy baskets, no breakaways on steals, no layups, none of that. Which usually fuels their offense. Tech has only turned the ball over twice so far.
Overrun on the play by Wilcox leads to an easy shot by Lewis.
Marvin Lewis knocks it down, and guess what? Georgia Tech's back on top. Dixon, nice dish to Baxter, but Shencher is there.
Big fella on the floor, hustling. Stops the shot, gets on the floor.
Boy, the freshman really gives him something. Akins goes by, and then Wilcox says, get it out of here.
Great block by Wilcox.
Official timeout.
He got to hand it to Schencher. And Gary Williams handing it to the officiating crew. He doesn't like the way it's gone the last few minutes. He's down by 1.
People want to win. We don't get there with milk and cookies.
Hey, why don't you do everybody a favor and quit?
On Sunday, March 10th,
I've never had a team play scared. What the hell are you scared of?
the first original motion picture from ESPN.
I had to sit around for a year with a losing record? I'm not going to let you people do that to me!
Brian Dennehy is Bobby Knight.
Don't you kids get it? Playing my game is what got you here!
A season on the brink. Sunday, March 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN.
Many of life's pleasures come in threes. That's why we named our newest active adult community Trilogy. Trilogy at Power Ranch by Shea Homes for Active Adults offers you 3 of life's greatest rewards: new home, new friends, and new beginnings. Here you'll explore new interests and follow new dreams, all in the company of people who share your zest for life. So come to Trilogy, where new beginnings await you.
That first half was a disgrace. Davis, you keep playing the way you did. You might as well just go home and watch the rest of the game on TV.
Okay. Thanks. He just got Cox digital cable. I don't think he's coming back.
Go to Cox.com and order from our fantastic lineup of sports packages. Available with Cox digital cable.
John Saunders here in the studio in the Big East. PC against BC. Providence on a 13-3 run. John Linehan leans in, drops it down. That just before half. At halftime, the Friars lead by 1.
Back at Maryland, where they are delighted that that man, head football coach Ralph Friedgen, has decided to stick around for the rest of his 10-year contract after having great success here in his first year. He was given the opportunity to interview for the Tampa Bay job and said, well, I talked to him because you always talk, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm coming home, and good for Ralph Friedgen.
That's great for this program. Unbelievable year he's had.
Because that's a mess down in Tampa Bay anyway.
I don't want no part of that deal.
Holy smokes. Maryland trying to ratchet up the pressure, and they get the steal. Only the 3rd turnover by Georgia Tech in this half.
Well, this is smart basketball. You get the possession, you have a chance to run, but you're struggling getting a good flow. Come back, set that offense up, work on your precision, your execution, make something good happen from your offense, then you get a good feel.
Shot clock at 13, and Blake will reset. Trying to penetrate, got it to Wilcox, the bucket of the foul.
I believe that was a broken play, actually. I think the pass earlier was for Dixon to come off a screen, and that was missed. And when it breaks down, obviously you can go to this young man, Wilcox, who can make things happen. Great pass, good finish.
For his second, 6th on the team. Drew Nicholas for Violet Luton.
Moore picked up the personal. It was number 2 on Moore. So Wilcox, the sophomore, the only North Carolina player on Maryland's roster, goes to the line. Wilcox trying to save that one, and he commits the foul.
Well, he was trying to hustle to retain the basketball, obviously, but that just was not a smart play. You got to take the time. You missed the shot. If there's no tip to keep it alive, the other player has the ball, you get back down court.
You see it so often with the frustration of either a missed shot or having the ball taken away from you.
Right. You try to hustle in and make something happen because you messed up.
Number 3, Maryland, trying to win at home against Georgia Tech. 5-second call, and they turn it over.
Well, the quick 5 seconds. But I guess 5 seconds isn't that long of a time. I thought that was pretty fast.
It seems a lot less when you have the ball. Dixon from Blake. So Maryland's defense forces another turnover. Blake being more aggressive with Akins.
But again, that middle awful easy.
They sure did. Moore with a miss.
Wow.
And a foul on Georgia Tech going for the rebound.
Great out-of-bounds play. Blake makes an excellent pass. Tony Akins has to be in front of that. You never let the offensive player get between you and the basket under any circumstance. That's one of the old fundamentals of basketball.
Couldn't tell from that replay, but somebody picked him off outside or he turned his head and got lost.
Got to communicate. Got to talk.
Maryland will go to the 1-on-1. Wilcox, who is 0 for 1 from the line, is Tech has committed 7th. When this guy gets the ball in the low blocks, you might as well just get out of the way. You're not going to stop him.
Once he learns to get, once he gets his fundamentals set as a player, the only person that's going to stop Wilcox at this point in time is himself. So he gets where he's unstoppable down low. He can mail it in.
6.7 rebounds for Wilcox so far. They beat the pressure, and Akins gets a 3. That's a shot they have to make.
Boy, that's a good-looking fast break opportunity. Good transition for Tech.
Blake back the other way.
Tough pass.
Boy, great hustle by Holden to get it outside. Then Holden tips the rebound out but knocks it out of bounds.
Tough play. Great hustle by Holden. The pass was thrown by Blake. Caught him really unaware and off guard.
Up on the top of the shoulder.
Top of the shoulder, back of the neck. And he still was able to, knock the ball out. He still was able to get it back out to the offensive, to Blake and those guys, to Baxter to shoot that 3.
Might be a different game here, but Maryland is 0 for 6 from three-point range so far. And normally with Nicholas and Juan Dixon in the ball game, they're closer to 40%. Schencher can't make the catch on the poor pass. Blake will pull up and shoot. Blake has shot the ball so much better in the second half of the year. Had a tough start. And Maryland quickly punches the lead at the 7 points.
Like to see Steve Blake shoot it. I mean, when he does shoot it, he's very effective. He's so busy trying to run the program, get everybody involved. Tough pass to Schencher. Overruns the play. Blake comes down, surveys the floor. Nobody steps up. He'll take it.
Earlier in the year, his field goal percentage was in the low 30s. Now it's approaching 40. And I think part of it is what you said. He is concentrating so hard on setting everybody else up that normally he doesn't get good looks at the basket. He shoots sometimes only when the shot clock's running down. He can't do anything else.
Only one way to get that field goal percentage up. Keep shooting it, man. They don't give scholarships out for defense. Just keep firing that thing up, baby.
Said like a scorer. 28-21. And this is one of the frustrating things, playing a team like Maryland or Duke. You play so well for so long, you stay within a point, then you turn your head and boom, they're up by 7. Maryland's on an 8-0 run.
You play well and you feel like you're winning the ball game. You look up, you're down, like I say, 8 or 10 points. Ooh, nice move. Good pass by Schencher out of the post.
Good shot by Lewis. Schencher is very fundamentally sound. Now, we said he's around 240, which surprised him he could keep his weight up. What were you as a senior?
As a senior, about 256 pounds. 256, 260 pounds.
Blake with a miss. Fighting again. Schencher got a piece of that as Holden put it up, but here's a foul.
You got to remember, I had those guys. I had Mama Dips restaurant in Chapel Hill, all that good fried chicken and stuff like that. Of course, now he's got the varsity in Atlanta.
That's right.
So he needs to get over to the varsity. Great hustle down there. All big guys beating and banging around.
The problem is he's not going enough and I'm going too much.
I'll take him. I will take him. Oh, it'll come, though. He's put some good weight on his frame, Schencher. And he'll gain about 20 more pounds. This summer will be a great summer for him to work hard on his body. And as you mature, as we all know, that weight comes. And there, you can't get rid of it when you get my age. It comes uninvitedly.
And the 7-footers who can play don't grow on trees.
No.
When you get one, it's a prize acquisition.
Well, you can't teach height, first of all. So you get a 7-footer has good hands, decent feet, you've got a commodity.
29-23. Maryland on top by a half dozen. Schencher trying to get into the lane, trying to be a little more physical, and that's tough. And Lewis from downtown knocks down another one. Lewis has hit 2 from long range and has 10 in the ballgame.
Guy like Schencher, he starts stepping into that middle that big, and he gets stronger. You have to double team him. He likes to shoot that little hook shot. You have to come back to him, or you're in trouble.
Baxter again down low. Schencher with a foul. And the bucket to Lonnie Baxter.
Good job by Lonnie Baxter. Nice drop step. Go back to reverse the other way. Little hook shot. Nice pass down to Schencher. Step into that middle. Create some space. Wide open shot for Lewis. Good high-low. Then you go down low. Holden goes to Baxter. Nice post, good drop step. There's the foul, good hook shot.
Lonnie Baxter already with 12 points and 5 rebounds. He's working on a double-double in the first half. He's a special player.
He really is. One of those kids, man, that works hard, never complains. I mean, he's a quiet kid. He does a good job, though. I really enjoy watching Lonnie play. He works so hard, and he's got a big challenge coming up Sunday going against Carlos Boozer. Both match up well.
What a game that ought to be.
That ought to be
the
great.
one we saw down at Duke, that's still the best first half of basketball I can ever recall two teams playing against each other.
I agree. I saw shots made that it just amazed me that they stayed in. Throw it down to the big fella. Give it to Schenzer. Make something happen down there, big guy.
Akins, short on the jumper. Good hustle by Holden to Blake. Maryland trying to fill the lane. Dixon got the loose ball. Break for the Terps as it came right off of Randall into the hands of Juan
That
Dixon.
pass was for Randall. He couldn't quite handle it. Dixon in the right place, right time.
When you know you're living right.
That's right.
Brooks is in as Georgia Tech will go 10 deep. Akins with that off shooting night. They're going to need his scoring and a reach-in foul on Randall.
See Blake coming down. He's got Randall right there. Randall's not quite ready to grab that ball. Good tip, good assist through Randall.
Akins comes into this ball game averaging almost 16 points a game, 8th in the ACC. Their leading scorer. He's 0 for 5 from the floor tonight. Oh, great feed. Halston Lane got free. And as you said on the other end, you just can't let a guy get open for a layup on an inbounds play.
But throw the basketball inbounds, it has to go over your head to get to your man. Just that simple.
And that's normally why coaches refuse to play zones on inbound. But both of these were man-to-man, and they got away anyway.
A lot of times picks occur in that man-to-man. Just got to talk.
Muhammad for 3. Or checking Nicholas for 3.
Wow, that ball, it was in when it left his hand. That was a beautiful shot.
Great rotation. Drew Nicholas, who could play either guard in that Maryland backcourt.
Huge asset when Nicholas comes in, because like I say, he can handle the ball, take some pressure off of Blake.
Halston Lane had that knocked away by Nicholas, out of bounds to Georgia Tech. Got a timeout, 3:34 to go on the half. Maryland extends its lead to 9.
He's wanted.
That's him.
Dead or alive. He's brought terror home. Arnold Schwarzenegger, America's #1 movie, Collateral Damage, rated R, now playing.
Can you find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ha. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan, soul of a sports car.
I wonder how many of them are ready for the day when they head home for retirement. If they're TD Waterhouse customers, chances are they're prepared. Because TD Waterhouse has an online retirement planner along with retirement specialists at all their branches. It's time you checked in with TD Waterhouse before you head home for work and close shop for good.
Open an IRA and get a 1-year subscription to Money Magazine. TD Waterhouse, you're in control.
The FBI's most wanted man. Our intelligence can't track him. Our armies can't find him. Only one man can. America's #1 movie, Collateral Damage, rated R, now playing.
3 minutes, 34 seconds to go. First half from College Park. The Terps leading Georgia Tech 37-28. Points in the paint has been the difference. Boy, has it ever.
Yeah, Maryland's dominated inside. They've done a good job getting that ball to Lonnie Baxter. Chris Wilcox, great pass from Dixon. Powerful move by Lonnie Baxter, draws the foul. Blake comes down, finds Wilcox. He gets the foul. There's the pass to Randall that's deflected to Dixon, so you get a pass from Blake through Randall to Dixon. Both get an assist. They're just dominating inside. Big Lonnie Baxter.
And they could just keep running good players at you. Akins, good movement to Lewis.
Well,
baseline jumper. He's got a sweet touch.
Oh, that's good basketball. Defender's running at you. You catch the ball. You go right by him. Right at his weak foot. Go right by him. Pull up, shoot that shot.
Lewis doing his best. He has a dozen on 5 out of 6 shooting.
Just not quite in sync yet. It's going to come. When it comes, it'll be a rainstorm in this building. But right now, they're just out of it. They can't quite link up, big plays one after another like they usually do.
Well, it'll sure give Gary Williams something to talk about at halftime.
Good hustle by Dixon.
Reach in, knocked out of bounds again.
Hey, I like to pass over here to Schencher. If you look, if you can see the floor, throw the big guy and let him be the release valve.
Crowd wants a walk, and they get it. Looked like Halston Lane was trying to call a timeout, but didn't get that.
Got to have what you call a release valve. It's usually the opposite side of the ball. He steps back. You throw the pass under the basket, then you come get the ball if you're the guard.
Pretty tough when you're a bunch of young players when somebody wants to pressure. Randall forced that one in. Dixon with a good rebound. Juan Dixon. Randall again. Blocked by Schencer, and Randall traveled.
Good job by Randall. Boy, that's a lot of activity on that backboard. He just kept keeping it alive for himself. Schencer with just his pure height stops the shot, gets him the basketball. Look at that. Randall on the glass. 1, Randall 2, Randall 3. Blocked by Schencer. Good call.
And Georgia Tech turns it over again. They are just being tortured trying to get the ball in, and now Duke Edsel comes in and says maybe not. What happened? Paul Hewitt trying to figure it out. Halston Lane is going to get a foul. His second, and Maryland takes over. So Georgia Tech can't get out of its own shadow right now.
The mistakes are really hurting him, on the inbounds plays. If they can clean that up, they're right back in the ball game. They're only down 7 points as it is.
Blake against Akins. There's a double team, and it leaves Nicholas wide open. He missed. Schencer had good position, and he's fouled by Randall. Akins scoreless, averages 16 points a game. Their leading scorer. Actually, Blake and Dixon have only combined for 8. And they normally come through with about 27 points a game. So it has been the matchup in the front court that has really made the difference.
Marvin Lewis has given him some good looks. He's done a good job. He's hit some tough shots for guys running at him, but it's kind of the backcourt's in a little bit of an even matchup right now.
Schencer with a miss. Dixon so fast, then good defense, and Holden commits a foul on the turnover.
Poor play on Maryland's behalf. I mean, they're running so hard down the offensive end. Can't be out of control. You got to be under control, execute your play.
The fouls on number 3, Juan Dixon, his first 8th on the team.
So Akins will go to the free throw line, and this is the guy they want there. Almost 80% from the stripe.
Gets his bucket. Juan Dixon coming down. Akins. Oh, that should have been a no call. That's not a good call.
Wasn't much. Akins hits them both. And it's 37-32. Georgia Tech continues to hang around with 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
Well, I'll tell you, they're really hanging around. And, I mean, you got to be pleased if you're Paul Hewitt. Obviously, you want to be winning the basketball game, but you've played well. You've had opportunities, haven't made all your shots.
Baxter really bothered by the 7-footer, but nobody blocks out Mouton.
Mouton slips up once again in the block, in the paint area. Another basket for Maryland.
Akins working against Blake. Good cut to get inside. Out to McHenry for 3. Schencer with a rebound, but a foul. Pushed off to get position.
I like the play by Georgia Tech. Akins made a nice move. McHenry wide open. Baxter's not used to going up against those big 7-footers like that guy. And Mouton comes in, steps in. Nobody puts a body on him.
Fouls on number 12, Luke Schencer, his second.
So Baxter will come down court to go to the free throw line. Maryland as a team has shot much better from the stripe. Up nearly 69% in November. they shot 53.4%. They were brutal, but they've gotten a lot better as the season's gone along. Coming up at the half, the Jackson Hewitt halftime report. John Saunders and Jay Billis bring you up to date on Vanderbilt and Kentucky, St. John's, Miami, Wisconsin, and Indiana. Mouton will go out, and Nicholas will come back in at the 2:02 mark.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a better job. Maryland's got to do a better job shooting free throws at the end of the season if they want to go all the way. That's going to come down and haunt them if they don't shoot it better. But they're doing a better job thus far.
And I think Duke will have to do the same thing. Duke has not shot the ball.
That's right.
There are a couple individuals on each team who do it brilliantly.
Right.
Blake on another turnover. Georgia Tech had done so well not turning the ball over. And now Maryland returns the favorite. Here's a 4-on-1. Baxter back. The lob, and Baxter got his hand on it. Muhammad somehow gets it back and scores. Gary Williams wanted a jump ball.
That was great hustle from Lonnie Baxter to take a chance like that. That's a good opportunity to get dunked on.
Yes,
you don't see that ball just floating to the goal. What great hustle.
41-34. Muhammad off of one of those one-hand bullet passes. Wilcox! Schenscher with a foul. Whoa. Got to have some courage to stand in there when he comes along those windmills.
I'll tell you what, look at Baxter go back and catch that ball, put that big paw on it. Almost gets it. Muhammad stays with it, stays active. Good shot. Schenscher down this end, steps in there and alters the shot by Wilcox. Almost blocked the dunk.
It's going to be 3 fouls on Schenscher, and that's really going to hurt Georgia Tech. Wilcox short on the free throw.
They don't shoot that basketball. Bend those knees, follow through, stroke it. Don't aim it, don't guide it, shoot it.
Well, from this angle, he's still shooting up at the rim. He's not used to that.
That's right. Stroke it. There you go. A little confidence.
Another steal. The pressure is just killing Georgia Tech. Great passing, but Wilcox lost it. Had the easy dunk. He's fouled anyway.
That's going to be the difference of taking care of that basketball. You can't make those little mistakes against this Maryland basketball team. That's what's going to hurt Georgia Tech. They're playing good basketball, don't get me wrong, but the little things will be the difference in this ball game.
So Wilcox will go right back to the line. Georgia Tech at one point only had 2 turnovers, and now they have 9. Maryland with 8.
Maryland brings the intensity up, creates more turnover opportunities. They like to push it. Their turnovers, Maryland, have come, when they're pushing the ball and a little bit out of control after, they steal the possession.
And 7 of those turnovers have come in the last 8 minutes. A lot of them off of inbounds plays. And it just kills you.
Pressing, that's right.
I mean, not only do you have no chance to score, you're giving the ball to the other team 10 feet from your own goal.
That's right. Opportunity wasted.
Elder, who has been quiet lately. Lewis has been the go-to guy. Akins, who has been completely silent, buries that one.
Tough shot falling away. Gets on the board.
Tony Akins with his first field goal. He's only 1 out of 6. Part of that's got to go to the Maryland defense.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job of getting the ball out of his hand.
Under 35 seconds to go.
Good defense. Great hustle. Rewarded.
Great job by Lewis, and Elder will bring it down. Georgia Tech can play for the last shot of the half. And now Paul Hewitt yelling, and they realize it. Shot clock is off. Akins, tough shot in the lane. Got the roll.
What a touch by Tony Akins.
Senior leadership. Blake back the other way, still with a chance. Good if it goes.
Georgia Tech, good job.
Georgia Tech a little closing rush. They've gotten within 6 as Lonnie Baxter leading the way for the 3rd-ranked Terps. It's 44-38 at the half from Cole Fieldhouse.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. If you are Gary Williams, the one thing you have to be concerned is you don't want to be looking ahead to Thursday. Early on, it didn't look like they were.
No, I don't think that's a real problem for this Maryland team. This is a much more mature team than they've had in the past. Maybe last year they would have looked ahead, but I don't think this year. They've handled the games they're supposed to win very well. They're still up 6. There's certainly nothing to worry about for Maryland. They're playing well. They can do better defensively. But Georgia Tech is a good team. People tend to look at them and, well, they lost to Duke by 30 or whatever it was and think they're not good, but they can play.
They may not be looking ahead, but you can bet they've got a circled on the calendar next Thursday, the rematch with Duke. That's one at Cole Fieldhouse. Stick around. When we come back, we'll have scores and highlights, including Kentucky in the SEC, trying to move up from their 6-4 conference record, and the Big East as well. Providence and Boston College. That and more coming up.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Mazda, who invites you to discover the sheer joy of motion.
Can you find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ha. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Zoom, zoom,
The new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan. Soul of a sports car.
A beer owes its life to the brewmaster. He's the creator and final judge. Every day, the fate of 1,000 barrels of beer rests in the brewmaster's hands. By taste alone, he knows if it's Miller beer or an imposter in Miller's clothes. The beer that ends up in a can or a bottle is happy to be alive. And the brewmaster said, this beer is good. This beer is ready for Miller time.
Call Domino's for a free order of oven-fresh Cinesticks when you buy any large one-topping pizza for $9.99. Sprinkled with cinnamon sugar and served with creamy icing, they're tough to resist. So call now, because at Domino's, we've got the dinner thing covered. Get the door. It's Domino's.
I feel good. Who am I playing?
John McEnroe.
Oh, man. Hey, Mike. Hey, you're going to take it easy on me, right? No. I'll give you $1. What can you do with $1? You can dial 10-10-220.
All calls up to 20 minutes are 99 cents.
Really?
And 7 cents a minute after 20.
20 minutes for 99 cents?
Is that a good deal?
What? You can't be serious. It's a great deal. I like this guy. Forgot this one.
Dial 10-10-220.
At Bank of America, we really wanted to participate in the Olympic Winter Games. But in the end, we decided to support the real athletes and stick to the things we do best. Like making it easier to pay your bills with America's most popular online bank.
So, set up a department meeting for tomorrow and put in a call to the client. Get them up to speed. Anything else?
Here's a thought. Instead of saving money by not using paper, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
I like that. Jot that down.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
A gift from Kay means you can be assured of 2 things. First, the Kay diamonds are hand-selected for exceptional beauty. And second, that she'll absolutely love it. Give your Valentine Kay's 3-stone diamond necklace with a free picture frame gift box.
Every kiss begins with K. This halftime report is presented by Jackson Hewitt. Come into any one of Jackson Hewitt's 3,300 locations today and get more in return.
Maryland leading 44-38. That one at halftime, second half still to come. John Saunders alongside of Jay Billis here. Let's get to some scores and highlights. We'll start in the SEC. I don't think Tubby Smith gets enough credit. He became just the 7th coach in NCAA history to get to 250 wins in 11 years. And Denny Crum is on that list. Jim Boeheim as well. Today, Kentucky taking on Vanderbilt in the SEC. Keith Bogans has started to play a lot better recently. Knocks down a 3. Kentucky has a 12-point lead.
But the go-to guy for Kentucky has been and always will be Tayshaun Prince. Here along the baseline, the nice up fake, and then the finish with those long arms, the wingspan of a 7-footer. Prince had 10 in the first half.
Vandy's lost 16 straight overall to Kentucky and 0 for 24 at Rupp Arena in the last 11 years. Is this Kentucky team starting to turn it on at the right time?
I think they are. They haven't been as consistent as I know they'd like to be, but still one of the most dangerous teams in the country. Gerald Fitch, pound for pound, maybe the best rebounder as a guard in the nation.
Alabama on the road to face South Carolina, and this Alabama team has played much better on the road, even though they're down here.
But still, going to South Carolina, a very difficult task. South Carolina ranked 44th in the RPI. I still think they have a very good shot of making the tournament. This game would go a long way to putting them in the NCAA field.
A couple of 12-win teams in the SEC, Arkansas and Tennessee. Derek Stribling goes baseline. No help comes over. Jams it down as Tennessee had the lead at that point, right now sitting on an 8-point lead.
Well, Tennessee's been a hard luck team all season long. They are bigger than Arkansas, and that's where the advantage lies for the Vols, to go inside to Marcus Hazlett, who is as good a front court athlete as you'll see all year long.
Auburn's lost 8 of their last 10 games, facing Ole Miss tonight. It's early on. Mississippi State and LSU just a point apart.
You know, Auburn should be better. They're not playing well. Ole Miss, an outstanding team with Justin Reed. They can really get out and guard you, as evidenced by they're not letting Auburn score thus far in the game.
On to the Big East. St. John's facing Miami. Marcus Barnes lines up a three-pointer. Miami, of course, coming off the loss at Boston College. 9-7 is the early lead there.
One of the more versatile players in the Big East and really in the nation, John Salmons, takes the ball on the break and slams it in. Miami up 13-7 at that point.
Then wash off the inbound pass right to Elton Tyler. Miami with an 8-point lead. And then more right now.
Barnes for 3.
A three-pointer from deep. 30-12. Barnes knocking that down right now. 36-14 is the lead. Miami's only struggled with Boston College in the Big East.
It's really been amazing how Miami has played. They're not a great shooting team, but they find ways to win because they're very athletic. They can rebound the ball, and they can really get out in transition. Perry Clark's done an outstanding job with his Hurricane squad.
Staying in the Big East, Providence against Boston College. We talked about Boston College knocking off Miami the other day. Linehan leans in and ties the game at 33 apiece. And then Troy Bell goes to work.
Well, Troy Bell, one of the best scorers in America, a guy who can do it off the dribble. Here's the standstill jump shot against the zone. Bell can put up numbers in a hurry, and you cannot foul him because he's going to knock his free throws down.
Boston College did get the win against Miami. Bell again, three-pointer, a great look, buries it. Remember, BC started 7-0 at home since 2-3.
Well, this is a game that Boston College has to have. They're ranked number 47 in the RPI this week. That's a little bit of a danger spot for them. They need to get that higher, and they need to win games they're supposed to win. This is one of them.
It doesn't look like a year when the Big East are going to send 7 teams into the tournament, so you're right. The guys in the middle of the pack have to get it going. Back with more scores and highlights in a moment.
Tell me something good. When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
At BASF, we don't make the boat, we make it faster. We don't make the safety seat, we make it more comfortable. We don't make the studio, we make it quieter. We don't make the golf clubs, we make them more powerful. At BASF, we don't make a lot of the products you buy, we make a lot of the products you buy better. BASF.
On March 1st.
Men are so young, and I look at them, see our boys.
Well, then you're just the man to lead them.
The lives of many.
We will ride into battle, and this will be our horse.
Will depend.
We are cut off.
On the courage of a few.
Those are my men out there, and I'm going in to get them.
Mel Gibson.
I will leave no one behind. We will all come home together. So help me God.
We Were Soldiers. Rated R. Starts Friday, March 1st.
Can you find the sports car in the newest Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ha. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Zoom, zoom,
The new 200 horsepower Mazda MPV. Body of a minivan. Soul of a sports car.
Tell me something good. When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
Coach Izzo and College Hoops Tonight's Chris Fowler firmly remind know-it-all Paul to watch College Hoops Tonight and actually know it all when it comes to his team. That's right, little fella. Remember, to know is to love.
On SportsCenter, tomorrow at 6, our 5-part series on NASCAR continues. Dale Jr. talks about his father's legacy and his own future. 6 Eastern, tomorrow on SportsCenter.
Season on the Brink, Sunday, March 10th, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on ESPN.
Jackson Hewitt, halftime report. Wisconsin against Indiana in the Big Ten. Dane Fife, nice little pass down to Odell. He gets the land, ties the game early.
Kirk Penny, he of the New Zealand Olympic team, gets the ball off the relocation pass inside the catch and shoot and drills it. 18 points and 11 rebounds averaged over his last 2 games for Penny.
Nice little back door. They find Devin Harris. Knocked it in as Wisconsin adds to their lead. Indiana sitting at the 24th spot in the nation. But the Big Ten this year, I don't think you can say is the power it once was.
Not as good as it has been, but Indiana team better than they were last year. Jared Jeffries did not start this ball game. He has an injury, but is available and should play.
Northwestern's won 5 of their last 8 games. They're 8-2 at home right now. They trail Minnesota, another team that's been a bit of a surprise in the Big Ten.
They have been a surprise. And Rick Rickert's been the guy for Minnesota all season long. He's just a freshman, long, 6'11", can really score. He can also step out to the three-point line. An outstanding player for Dan Munson.
Penn State facing Iowa. Iowa's been, well, it's hard to figure out exactly what this team has done this year. They have been struggling, and they trail Penn State now 19-13.
This would not be a good loss for Iowa. They are number 71 in the RPI right now. That is dangerously low. They could lose it for the season if they're not able to pull out a win at Penn State.
Steve Alford even went trying to catch up with Bobby Knight to find out how to straighten things out. Missouri absolutely clobbering Nebraska, up by 12 at this point. Missouri, a team that started at 11-0, but they've been about 500 since.
And Kareem Rush playing better. People expect so much out of him because he's an outstanding scorer. He needs to be more aggressive, get to the free throw line. Looks like he's doing it thus far in this one.
We're at halftime of the first of our doubleheader here tonight. The nightcap at 9:30 Eastern time. DeJuan Wagner, top freshman in the nation. Memphis taking on Charlotte. That's all coming up. Lonnie Baxter. Georgia Tech has to find an answer before this one gets away.
Tell me something good. When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
Hey. So it's $39.99 a month, right?
Yep, over 130 channels, including your local ones.
Cool. Upstairs. What are you waiting for? Chop, chop.
Got it.
What? You think I wash cars for free?
Just $39.99 a month. Over 130 channels of DirecTV programming, even your local ones. Now get a DirecTV system for $49 or less, installed.
Okay, sir, you're all signed up.
So, set up a department meeting for tomorrow and put in a call to the client. Get them up to speed. Anything else?
Here's a thought. Instead of saving money by not using paper, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
I like that. Jot that down.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
Tell me something good. When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
I'd like my Whataburger
with cheese, mustard,
and bacon. That's hot, fresh, and made to order with a smile.
In a friendly place.
My family likes to go.
Where they bring my food.
Right to my table. And they always make me feel
welcome to the all-new Whataburger. From here on out, things are going to be different. You told us how we could make Whataburger better, and we listened. We've revamped, remodeled, and rededicated. Come get a taste of the all-new Whataburger, just like you like it.
Fox and TV Land present this TV Land moment. Early alternatives to your local phone company.
Hello? Hello, Control Central, what's the matter? Oh, my tie is busy. Well, put me on my handkerchief, extension 4. Never mind the handkerchief, Central. My belt is ringing.
Watch Get Smart weeknights on TV Land, brought to you by Cox Digital Telephone Service.
For Cox Digital Telephone Service, call 623-594-1122.
ESPN2's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by DirecTV, the #1 digital satellite entertainment provider.
Back at Cole Fieldhouse in College Park, where Maryland leading Georgia Tech 44-38. Terps going for the 20th win of the year, trying to tune up for Duke over the weekend, but they had better not dismiss Georgia Tech. They did in the first half, and so far they're only up by 6.
I'll tell you what, Georgia Tech has shot the ball really well. They've taken pretty good care of the ball. They've been very aggressive. They've done a good job in the three-point line. You see Elder, boy, he's played well of a first half. Not afraid to shoot the ball. Moore knocks down a three-pointer. But Maryland comes right back. This is what makes them so dangerous. They just simply eat you alive inside. Points in the paint, huge. Offensive rebounds, big time. They're getting those baskets close. But hey, who would have thought Georgia Tech would be within 6 points at halftime?
And Tech has a big differential from the three-point line, but inside, they're just being hammered. 39-16.
Pounded them.
And Baxter has done most of the damage. Elder will inbound for Georgia Tech to start the second half. Blake very quietly had a brilliant first half, too. 7 assists, 1 turnover.
Wow, that's excellent. That is excellent. Need more of that from him. Got to take this up another level so they can get to playing at the level they're used to playing at Maryland.
Elder guarded by Mouton. Akins, nice cut to get inside, lays it in.
We're expecting big things out of Tony Akins this half. He didn't get a ton of shots in the first half. He didn't make any shots, so he gets about 16 a game. I expect him to come on strong.
Georgia Tech's pressure hasn't done much, and a beautiful pass from Wilcox to Baxter.
Big guy. Keep that ball up high.
Elder back the other way for 3 on the run. Blake with a long rebound.
Steve Blake does a good job seeing the floor.
Nobody picks him up, so Blake brings a 3.
That's what you're talking about when you think of Maryland. Just attack.
The lead is 9. Back to Akins. One-on-one against Blake. Tough matchup for him. Has to shoot the fadeaway. Nelson almost had the offensive rebound, but knocked away to Blake. There's that one-hand pass, and it goes through the hands of Mouton.
Boy, that's a good pass from the standpoint of being able to get it there. Look at this big guy to big guy. Wilcox to Baxter. Keeping it up top. Blake threw a very difficult pass. I mean, he's so talented he can make it. But having a teammate that can catch it's a different thing.
That's right. 49-40.
Bring Luke Schencher back into the ball game for Georgia Tech. They have to. Maryland's so dominant inside. They got to get that height in there.
Lewis with a long shot. Muhammad did a great job to get down court and knock it away from Wilcox. If Wilcox gets it, you're going to see one of those helicopter slams.
Well, Muhammad showed some great speed there. He was about 3 steps behind Wilcox, just turned it on, outran him to the ball.
He flew into Baxter, trying to work on his range a little bit. Wilcox with a rebound, and he's fouled.
Lonnie Baxter's short arms, his jumpers, he's so strong. The ball probably feels like a tennis ball to him, but got to go ahead and work that elbow, release it, and shoot that shot. He's got a good touch. He can make those shots. See Wilcox just relentless on that backboard. Nobody puts a body on that guy. Are you kidding me? If I'm boxing anybody out, it's he and then Lonnie Baxter.
Wilcox shooting 2. Wilcox will go to the line where he's hit 5 out of 7 tonight.
The ball's short like that, hit the front of the rim. That's legs. Bend those knees, stroke it. I'll play with an old guy from Georgia Tech here, could shoot that basketball, Mark Price. Oh, man.
Could he?
Oh! It was automatic. We'd shoot 50 every day after practice in the Cavaliers, and he'd make 50 in a row.
Love to see what he could have done with a 3-point shot. Muhammad banks it home. Blake bringing it up against pressure. It's almost a thankless job to go pressure against Maryland. They just kill you.
Yeah, they do.
Because they beat it and then they make you pay.
It's what they should do. When they don't do it, they're at fault.
Exactly. Wilcox, bad pass, picked off by Muhammad. who has started the second half and started brilliantly.
Trying to throw that pass across the pressure. You can't do it.
Muhammad again.
Hey, Muhammad's come to play. Right back to 5 points here.
Ishmael Muhammad with 9 points. And it's 50-45. The Yellow Jackets close within 5.
ESPN and ESPN2, home of the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship.
Hey, Bill, I need to talk to you. What is it, you and Karen break up? No, that's not it. Then what? You remember how we decided that we'd have more money to buy Bud Light if we got a third roommate? Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can take her anymore.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Charge.
Make it a Bud Light.
A gift from Kay means you can be assured of 2 things. First, that Kay diamonds are hand-selected for exceptional beauty. And second, that she'll absolutely love it. This Valentine's Day, Kay's diamond and lab-created ruby ensemble is just $89.95.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Starting now, the future of long distance is unlimited. With the new AT&T Unlimited plan, you can make unlimited long-distance calls from home to any of AT&T's 50 million residential long-distance customers for only $19.95 a month. Make as many calls as you want, talk as long as you want, whenever you want. And it's just 7 cents a minute to anyone else. The AT&T Unlimited plan, only from AT&T Long Distance. Call 1-800-REACH-OUT.
Call Domino's for a free order of oven-fresh Cinnasticks when you buy any large one-topping pizza for $9.99. Sprinkled with cinnamon sugar and served with creamy icing, they're tough to resist. So call now, because at Domino's, we've got the dinner thing covered. Get the door. It's Domino's.
17:33 to go in the game. Maryland struggling to get separation from Georgia Tech. Up by only 5, and one of the greatest players ever to put on a football helmet, Johnny Unitas, who starred for the Baltimore Colts, called all of his own plays. Nickname was the Riverboat Gambler at one point. Boy, he would just cross you up in a heartbeat.
I'll tell you.
Wonderful, wonderful play.
As a kid, I had one of his football trading cards, and the thing I noticed about it is his hair, man. That hair was perfect. It still is today.
Went through about $5,000 worth of butch wax when he was playing. He and Dan Marino were the 2 best I ever saw.
Really?
Dixon, great head fake.
Oh, man, nice move.
Juan Dixon had only hit 3 out of 8 shots until that one.
This is a good game for Maryland to test their poise. I'll tell you, last time out, they only beat Georgia Tech by 5 in Atlanta. Tech felt like they should have won that ball game.
Boy, somebody woke up Ishmael Muhammad at the half. He has come out like a house of fire here.
He really has. He's taking his intensity up a notch, hustling to the ball, making shots, going tough to the basket.
Chris Wilcox picks up his 2nd foul. And Muhammad, the freshman from Atlanta, will go to the line.
I was told these guys they're playing the number 3 team in the country. They don't know that. They're getting after it.
Cuts the lead to 6. Muhammad can make it 5. Missed the 2nd, fight for the rebound. Here comes Dixon. Gives it up to Blake. Dixon is not a selfish ball player.
Not at all.
If he doesn't have the shot, he's not going to force it. All the respect in the world for that kid.
He's talented enough to be selfish.
Yes, he is.
I mean, a guy like he can really get it going. Sometimes he forces things that are good.
Baxter was fouled before he could get into the lane. Moore picks up his 3rd.
Dixon's one of those players who shoots that ball and you yell, no, 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 and he makes it, yeah.
Well, Dixon went through more as a kid than any young man should ever be forced to. Lost both of his parents to AIDS-related drug use or drug-related AIDS. And just a terrible thing to see somebody have to go through. Wilcox on a nice feed from Blake. Wilcox now with a dozen, and it's 54-46. And you just wonder how a kid can keep his life together after something like that.
You're right.
But Juan Dixon has done it.
He's matured into a fine young man.
There's a reach over on Baxter, and he's upset about it. That's only 1 on Lonnie Baxter. You know, it's funny. You talk about two of the premier centers in this league, Baxter and Boozer. And people say, well, you know, if you can just get them in foul trouble, but then you can't.
Right.
They're
Very
too smart.
That's right. And I think what helps it, neither one of those guys really is a shot blocker. You know, they're defensive rebounders, so they're smart. And they take their opportunities, they block some shots, but what they're looking to do is to get that rebound when it comes off that glass.
And they don't get the stupid little reach-in fouls that can get you in trouble.
Tough pass.
And Blake flattened by Lewis, and Lewis comes over to say something
that was close.
Conciliatory to him.
That was close. That was not a very wise pass.
No, it wasn't. Luton to inbound to Blake.
On the team.
Blake has gotten so good at that one-hand pass off the dribble.
He really has. Good control, good command of the basketball at all times.
Dixon looking for the screen, goes all the way underneath, kicks it back to Blake. A little too strong, tipped out. Wilcox, great hustle. He's fouled by Muhammad. That's 3 on Muhammad, so he and Schencher are both in the lineup with 3 persons. Great hustle by the Terps. They get a hand from their fans. They're up by 8 with 15:48 left.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. 1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, there you go. It's over 130 channels, sports, news, entertainment, even your local channels, and it's only $39.99 a month.
Just $39.99 a month. Over 130 channels of DirecTV programming, even your local ones. Now get a DirecTV system for $49 or less, installed.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
Tell me something good. When you come to Jackson Hewitt for your taxes, you'll get a super fast refund. In fact, our typical refund is over $400 more than the average IRS refund. Call Jackson Hewitt now, 1-800-234-1040.
The mother of all vampires has slept for thousands of years until the vampire Lestat brought her into the new millennium.
Fear me.
Aaliyah, Stuart Townsend, Anne Rice's Queen of the Damned. Rated R.
So, set up a department meeting for tomorrow and put in a call to the client. Get them up to speed. Anything else?
Here's a thought. Instead of saving money by not using paper, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
I like that. Jot that down.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
Big East, Boston College in Providence, and Providence turning the ball over, starts the break for Boston College. Sidney to Kenny Walls. Down low. Nobody gets back either on defense for Providence. They trail by 2. Also in the Big East, St. John's getting clobbered at Miami, 44-27.
15:48 to go in this one. Keep in mind, if you're surprised by the score at 54-46, that Georgia Tech had Maryland on the ropes at home earlier in the year and only lost by 5.
They felt like they should have won that ball game. They felt like they just made some mistakes at the end of the game that cost them opportunity to win. Some youthful exuberance cost them that win.
Baxter low against Schencher. Schencher has done a tremendous defensive job when he's been able to play Baxter man on man. Dixon out of the corner.
Look at the hustle.
Luton.
Boy.
You just can't give Maryland that many opportunities. They're so talented.
Wilcox keeping it alive. Luton hustling.
Elder back the other way with a miss, and Baxter with a rebound. One and done for the Jackets.
Number 1, B.J. Elder.
Maryland has a 17 rebound advantage in this game.
Wow.
And yet they only lead by 10. The power of the three-point shot.
Yeah. Good pass. Good pass back.
Wilcox got it back, fouled by Akins on a reach-in on the way up. Number 2 on Akins.
We have 4 guys on Georgia Tech's team who are smaller guys, who are real active, can dig it out, make it difficult to pass that ball in around that lane. See Luton offensive rebound. Good job. Put back.
5th on the team.
Tough matchup for Lewis at 6'4", trying to block out the 6'6" Luton.
Shooting 2.
Maryland just destroying the Jackets on the boards, and Nelson will come back in to try to counter that. Moore will go out.
At Nelson for Clarence Moore.
Nelson hasn't been much of a factor tonight, which is surprising because he had a big game in the first meeting.
He's giving him almost 10 points a game, you know, a night. So yeah, he struggled a little bit tonight. We expect more out of Nelson on the deep side under the basket.
Wilcox has his 5th double-double of the year, 14 points, 10 boards, and the lead's grown to a dozen. And this is danger time for Georgia Tech. They've got to stay within hailing distance, and there's a mistake. Jump ball situation, possession arrow will give it back to Maryland.
Little things, little mistakes. Georgia Tech continues to make the small mistakes that take possessions away, which possessions are huge, and Maryland seems to be capitalizing.
Turn your head, bounce the ball off your foot.
Fair ball, chance for them to score again.
Maryland, a very disciplined, smart team. Dixon. Got a cold shooting night. Nelson with a rebound.
He just can't find his touch tonight. Got some good looks there. Going to the big guy.
Well, Schencher was open and Akins missed him.
Take advantage of it. Give him some confidence. You get some confidence. He make a bucket or two. Changes everything.
Lewis, who had the big first half, gets it into Schencher. Goes with the left hand and missed. Nelson offensive rebound blocked by Wilcox. Dixon ahead to Moton. What a pass by Dixon.
Great job by Dixon. Great block by Wilcox.
From Juan Dixon.
Wilcox is spectacular.
He really is. Ed Nelson made a good job offensively getting that rebound. Wilcox just throws it out of there.
Akins tries to go all the way, and either Wilcox or Blake caught him on the arm.
Nelson, nice rebound, little hook shot. Wilcox throws it out. Dixon heads up. Mouton sprinting out. Layup.
Going to give the foul to Blake.
Third on the team. Tony Akins for 2.
Akins at the line, the senior from Wilburn, Georgia. Got that great stroke.
Really, he's had a heck of a career. He's blossomed into such a fine young player.
Well, you mentioned Mark Price earlier. He just went past Mark Price in number 5 in the all-time assist leader.
Wow.
Which tells you what a great player Mark Price was, because he was the primary scorer and also ends up being the number 5 assist guy in the history of Georgia Tech. And a lot of times, especially the first year, he was playing by himself. It was 1 against 5.
That's right.
Tomorrow on ESPN, an ACC Big East doubleheader. First, NC State looking for its first NCAA tournament appearance since 1991. Goes against Duke, 22-1. Then Rutgers against Notre Dame. Hope you join us for that.
Herb Sindex got the wolf pack. He's got them. Are they for real? They're playing some good basketball. Man, they're playing great basketball.
Baxter had Wilcox. Wilcox was open, looked toward the basket, lost the ball.
Good opportunity. Close pass, thrown a little too hard.
You big guys are not supposed to pass the ball to each other within 5 feet.
I agree. Somebody can get hurt.
Or embarrassed.
Or embarrassed or popped upside the head or something.
60-48 Dixon. The great stealer with that speed. Gets the steal and the bucket. Juan Dixon will lead the ACC in steals again.
Man, he's just lightning fast.
Nelson held by Baxter as he got great position to get free.
Juan Dixon so quick. I mean, nice pass. Look at that. Quicker than a hiccup. He's gone. He's gone.
Only his first steal tonight.
Let's see Lewis get fired up here and make a few shots. He was big in the first half.
Nelson trying to work on Baxter. Great defense. Muhammad got it and hammered by Wilcox.
Good pass. Excellent pass by Nelson, who had the defensive, all the defense collapsed on Nelson. Goes to drive. Here comes the help from Dixon. Right down the middle of the lane. There's the foul.
Got a lot of young kids on this club, just Paul Hewitt, who are fundamentally sound freshmen. When they get a chance to play together, they're going to be sensational.
They all do a good job of spotting up, squaring up, shooting the basketball, catch and shoot.
Juan Dixon, one of the greatest larcenists in the history of the ACC. Johnny Rhodes from Maryland, the all-time leader. Dixon is third behind Chris Corciani of NC State. Juan with 312 career steals. So he's chasing the ACC record and the Maryland record, both held by Johnny Rhodes. 62-49. A lot of guys who get steals are not fundamentally sound defensive players.
Right.
But Dixon has been throughout his career.
Well, that jumper looks so good. It just will not go in.
He's been short on a lot of them. Akins, beautiful. And a great reverse. Muhammad has had a tremendous second half.
What a play. Great pass. Unbelievable shot by Muhammad.
13 points for Muhammad, 9 in the second half. You want to see a tough shot? Bhutan just pulled it off. Muhammad back the other way and lost this one out of bounds.
Man, watch this pass. Unbelievable pass.
Pretty.
Muhammad comes through nice with nice left-handed up and under the basket, using the goal to shield himself.
Maryland tonight with that excellent balanced attack, 4 men in double figures. They're up by 13.
Good pass. Keep that ball moving. Keep it hot.
Dixon out of the corner, short again. Got his own rebound on the tip. Behind the back pass to Baxter. And a great anticipation by Akins. He picks it off, takes it in himself. Good pass, but Muhammad couldn't handle it, so Akins backs out for the three. Excellent play by Akins. He saw that play develop the entire way, knew it wasn't a good idea for him to go all the way in. Set up his teammate, then took the loose ball back outside and drained it.
Good steal by Akins. Good defense by Georgia Tech. Comes back. Muhammad can't handle it. Smart basketball right back out to Akins. I'll tell you, I'm impressed with the Georgia Tech basketball team. They play hard. They may be overmatched right now because of the inexperience, but they play hard.
I couldn't agree with you more. They've cut the lead back to 10 with 11:20 to go. And Akins has already done so much better here in the second half than he did in the first. Of course, Georgia Tech's schedule has been wicked. They played Illinois and Syracuse out of conference, split those, and then they've had to play Duke twice. This is the second meeting against Maryland. They still have one more to go against Virginia and Wake Forest. You are facing Murderers Row.
Yeah, every night. And there's no sympathy for inexperience or bad basketball.
Nicholas brings it up against Akins. Maryland with a tremendous experience advantage.
Boy, they really do capitalize on their experience. Their veteran players step up big and know how to at the right time.
And they have blended their kids in there so well. Baxter did a great job of getting that ball as the Georgia Tech pressure developed.
Lonnie Baxter did a good job of corralling that basketball. Georgia Tech, like I say, collapsed. There was 4 guys all over Lonnie Baxter. Still got the shot off and was able to get the foul.
3 on Akins. We are in Cole Fieldhouse in College Park.
At the line, Lonnie Baxter.
As Lonnie Baxter has been the offensive star of the game for Maryland. 17 points, 7 boards. Goes to the line to shoot a free throw, and he's 3 out of 5 in that department right now.
Big Luke Schentzer getting ready to come back in the ball game. He's done a good job for Georgia Tech, trying to control some traffic in the middle. Great learning experience playing against big Lonnie Baxter and Chris Wilcoxon. Taj holding all those big guys. It's a long way with this young man.
Blake comes back in for Maryland. Baxter. He just has big games against everybody. Extremely consistent. 65-54. Third-ranked Maryland on top by 11.
After a talking to from Kevin Garnett and NBA Tonight's Jason Jackson, the fellas learned that a smart fan watches NBA Tonight and that standing tall means more than just dunking a basketball. Remember, to know is to love.
The run to March is on. Get it all on ESPN Full Court. It's maximum college basketball with upcoming key conference tourney action and women's NCAA tournament games. Oh my goodness! ESPN Full Court only on pay-per-view. To order, call your local cable company, DirecTV, or Dish Network.
At Family-Owned Bell Acura, we'd like to take this moment to say thank you. Not only was last year our largest sales year ever, we are also recipient of the Acura 2000 Precision Team Award for customer service. We couldn't have done this without your support. To all of you who purchased a car from us, to To all of our valued service clients, to anyone who referred us, from all of us at Bell Acura, thank you. So if you haven't visited us before, we invite you to do so and find out why at Bell Acura we make car shopping the way it should be.
Hi, I'm Roy Garibaldi.
And I'm Matt Williams of the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Join us to kick off the spring training season with the Arizona Diamondbacks Line Drive for Kids escorted motorcycle run from Tempe to the Tucson Electric Park. It'll include breakfast, lunch, a collectible shirt and pin, and also tickets to the game. This ride is hosted by the Active 2030 Club of Phoenix and benefits the Children in Need Foundation.
Call 602-745-2030 to register and help us hit a line drive for underprivileged kids.
Out of the SEC, Vanderbilt facing Kentucky, and Vandy's sticking around on the road here. Chuck Moore buries a three-pointer. Right now, though, Kentucky's starting to pull away.
10:52 to go here. Maryland with an 11-point lead over Georgia Tech. The Terps only have 4 members of the 2,000-point club. The late, great Len Bias, the all-time leader. The sweet Albert King. Adrian Branch, you never saw a shot he didn't like. And John Lucas, the original great guard for the Maryland Terrapins. But there's going to be a 5th member very soon, Juan Dixon.
Yes, sir.
At 1971, he's got a shot at passing Len Bias, depending on how deep Maryland can get into the NCAA tournament. He would be a worthy successor to Len Bias' scoring record.
That's a great accomplishment that young man's already achieved and will continue to achieve over the next several weeks as March Madness rolls into us.
It sneaks up on you so quickly.
It does, man. It really does. So exciting.
Schencher with a good screen outside for Lewis, who had that big first half and has been very quiet since.
Good ball movement for Georgia Tech, showing a lot of patience.
Shot clock is down to 4. Lewis going to have to get it off, forces it from 3, nearly got it. Offensive rebound to Moore, hands it off to Nelson, and Georgia Tech with a chance to reset. One of the few offensive rebounds they've gotten tonight.
That's right. Did a pretty good job first half keeping it alive, but second half they've done nothing on the board. So another possession, another opportunity.
Schencher working for position.
Somebody's got to get open.
Akins. That looked a little forced. Nelson, offensive rebound, turns and lost the ball.
Nelson lost that ball trying to go up with it, get a shot opportunity.
Dixon kicks it out to Nicholas.
Smart move, eat a little clock, take a little time off this game, make it a shorter game. Not trying to exchange possessions. You're up. You want quality over quantity.
Most of the Terps veterans don't force shots.
Right.
They run within the context of the offense. Dixon, a little turnaround jump shot. He loves that move.
One of the little bread and butter moves. He'll post up the guard, take him in deep, turn around, a little fadeaway.
A dozen for Juan Dixon. The lead is at 13. Akins has put up a couple of ill-advised shots the last couple of times down. This one is too strong. The rebound goes to Taj Holden.
Georgia Tech had a good looking out, good shot opportunity, just a little strong on the shot.
Careless pass by Blake, nearly picked off.
Good job by Dixon by not taking that shot. He was open. Once again, he had a little clock off there.
Dixon curls around a screen, stiff arms one up and missed. Been an off night offensively for Juan Dixon.
Yeah, they had a week off I guess it was last week. They came out a little rusty, and he'll come back in and shoot a few shots more, get ready.
6 out of 16. Tough shot for Nelson. Doesn't get the roll. Schencher with the tip, but it jammed between the rim and the backboard, so that's a jump ball situation.
Dixon post up Tony Akins, turns around, nice little fadeaway over top.
And it will be Georgia Tech's basketball on the possession arrow.
Points in the paint are huge. Look at that, Mike.
30-point advantage. Jeez. 54-67 inside, and Maryland is so good at outside shooting. That one was partially blocked. Schencher couldn't get it down, and Blake quickly backed the other way.
I believe Schencher felt like he got hit on the elbow there.
Boy, and Moore just banged into Holden inadvertently, and Moore will pick up his 4th person.
Moore had his arm up. It was an accident. Holden runs in there and collides with him.
The foul's on number 5, Clarence Moore, his 4th, 7th on the team.
Moore's a veteran on this team. He's a sophomore from Norco, Louisiana.
He's the old man on this ball club.
That's right.
Ed Nelson for Clarence Moore.
Holden, who was the starter first 11 games of the season, and lost his job to Wilcox, hits the first free throw.
I like Holden coming in as a sixth man. I mean, he's real solid.
Pretty good, isn't it?
That ain't bad. We're going to get in 6'10", 260 off the bench. You can play like this kid. Not bad at all.
Gary Williams, no problem with going 9 deep with good players. Terps now have their biggest lead of the ballgame at 69-54.
Terps trying to turn up the pressure, put a lot of pressure on Georgia Tech. Once again, they slowed down. Maryland has, and really getting quality each time down the floor. Coming back, playing the good defense, opening the gap.
Muhammad nearly lost it. Got to worry about the 5-second call. Akins with a tough three. Won't go. Nelson fighting hard inside to keep it alive, and I think he's fouled by Holden.
That ball was down. Tony Akins' shot was in the hoop that came out.
He's only hit 1 out of 7 from beyond the arc, and they need better from him.
First reconfigurable luxury SUT. Cadillac Escalade EXT. Breakthrough.
Morning is me and Daddy time. We go for walks. Let's go. The other day, he talked about money stuff.
So we've got these mutual funds. They were just a good choice.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to college.
I like that.
No-load mutual funds from T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence.
Boston College trying to pull out the win at home against Providence in a 3-point game. Kenny Walls gets ahead of everyone else, slams it down. Right now, it is 5. Mike and Brett.
All right, John, thanks very much. The lead here has grown to 15, Maryland over Georgia Tech. And that front court dominated them in the first game. Brad, they're doing it again.
Doing a great job. Lonnie Baxter, huge tonight. Byron Mouton's done a good job of putting back shots, second rebounds, and Wilcox has been great around the hoop as well. They're doing a good, I mean, they're just so dominant inside.
42 of the 69 so far coming from that front court.
And Georgia Tech has played so hard. I mean, the first half of this ball game, they played about as well as I've seen them play this year. But now they're just being outpointed in various areas that, once again, not making excuses, but go back to inexperience and those types of things that they'll grow on.
Well, they are playing a brilliant Maryland team. This should be the 4th straight year that Maryland will win 25 games in a season. This is certainly the golden age of Terrapin basketball under Gary Williams.
You're right.
They have been exceptional. And they finally broke that jinx last year, got past the Sweet 16, reached the Final Four, and you've got to look at Maryland when you look at people who have a chance to win a national championship. They have all the elements.
I agree. Wilcox steps in for one of the really super players here, Terrence Morris. He's a great athlete, very gifted. Did a good job last year. They replace him with Wilcox and Holden. They're right back in the mix.
Dixon slashes inside, gives it back to Baxter under 7.5 minutes to go. And Blake will reset, only 6 on the shot clock. Good penetration, kicks it out. Dixon can't hit it, but a great job by Blake. And Baxter with a follow and the foul.
Boy, he's just so strong down there. A man amongst boys, he just took that basketball away from everyone and straight back up off the glass.
He is a bull.
He is so strong down there.
20 for Lonnie Baxter.
That's a great pass. Good read, trying to get his buddy Dixon a shot. There's Lonnie, just takes it from everybody.
You know, that pass by Blake, the way he set up Dixon, there was only 5 on the shot clock when he started his drive. He knew exactly where he was going with that.
And he's trying to give Juan a good chance to get off, to get his shot down, to get some rhythm, to get in the flow, and it's a good opportunity.
Lonnie Baxter, 1 rebound away from his 7th double-double of the year.
I'd say he'll get that one, Mike.
I think so. And the lead has grown to 17. Nelson tries a backdoor pass. Muhammad can't make the shot. We've got a tie-up. And the ball is going to go to Georgia Tech. When we're done here, we'll go to Charlotte as Memphis pays a visit. Memphis, #1 in Conference USA at 10-1. Of course, they're led by the brilliant DeJuan Wagner, the freshman who was second in the conference in scoring. So we invite you to stay tuned for that.
Charlotte did a good job of wrapping up Bobby Lutz for several more years. They're smart to do that.
Yes, they were.
He's a hot commodity. That young man can coach basketball.
There's a hold away from the ball. Looks like Mouton.
And Memphis had, look at this young man right here, DeJuan Wagner. Freshman, 21 points per game, a couple rebounds, 3 or 4 assists. I mean, he is just a man among boys when you watch him play. He's so strong physically. And the thing he does best, I think, is his ability to make shots with people hanging on. I mean, he's not a huge guy, but he's strong up top. And he puts the ball on the floor. He goes into the middle with those guys and hang on him. He makes baskets. And the thing he's got to get better at, though, Mike, is making the players around him better.
Well, is he going to have a chance, or is he going to be gone?
I think that's going to be. I think that's the. You know what's going to happen there. I know what's going to happen. I'm not going to say it.
So he's not going to have a chance to make the guys around him better unless it's in the next level. And that might be tough.
Unfortunately, that's exactly right. Stay another year, DeJuan. Make yourself a better player.
Lonnie Baxter now has that double-double, 20 and 10. And Georgia Tech within 16. And they've got the ball again.
Tech just continues to try and pound out plays, which is the thing you have to do. Keep trying to be precise, get some time and get some rhythm. Do some things. I mean, there's a lot of time in this ball game.
Wilcox will sit down with his 4th foul. Shencher is already on the bench with 4. And Muhammad goes back to the free throw line. 14 points for Muhammad. 6 out of 11 from the free throw line and a career high.
Wow. Wonderful, Muhammad, and he makes a bucket with the clock stop. So,
well, somebody told him when he came out in the second half, like somebody told him he was Michael Jordan.
He was really going hard, and that's what Coach Hewitt's trying to get out of all these guys. Every play.
71-56. Blake working the clock a little bit. Georgia Tech now in a zone.
Still got to get Juan Dixon some touches. He needs to make a couple shots, get his confidence up, get a good feel. They got this game in hand.
Dixon with that sweet stroke just can't knock one down. And Mouton, a very good weak side rebounder. Nobody blocked him out on the zone.
Well, he is. He's the X factor for this ball club. He does so many things well. And he comes in and picks up a lot of the little dirty baskets and gets the loose balls on the floor and that type of thing.
Juan Dixon came into this game, Brad, 39.9% from long range, 4th in the ACC. Tonight, he is 0 for 9.
Wow. He's struggling. He's struggling. I think we'll give to that, but he still has to keep shooting that basketball. For them to be successful on the long run, he's got to make shots.
Well, if Gary Williams had his choice, he'd rather have him have an off shooting night tonight than against Duke.
Yeah, without question.
And Duke played him brilliantly defensively in that first game. Dixon with a miss, another miss, but gets the foul.
Yeah, Duke did a great job on him the first meeting. Dante Jones, 6'6", with speed and size, really shut down Juan Dixon. I think he only had 10 points in that ball game. So it'll be a good matchup once again come Sunday.
Dante Jones is one of those guys who's got that 6'6" size, but he can stay with the quicker guards.
Yes, he can.
Makes him invaluable.
Oh, without question. When you get a guy 6'6", that's the ideal player. A guy can put the ball on the floor, go to the front of the goal, shoot the basketball, and defend 3 different positions.
Dixon with that great free throw stroke knocks another one down. He would only be the second ACC player ever to shoot over 90% from the free throw line. He's on target to do that this year.
Good shoot.
In an era when free throw shooting has gone to hell in a handbasket.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Nelson with a miss, Baxter with a rebound, but couldn't control it.
Ed Nelson made a nice move, good pump fake. Just couldn't finish the shot. Tough night trying to finish shots.
Dixon, no luck from outside.
Really played hard, though, defensively. He's getting after the basketball, rebounding the ball, staying active.
He won't sulk about it, that's for sure. Georgia Tech, which shot so well in the first half, 45%. Now almost half of that in the second, 23% from the floor. And that has sealed their fate.
Well, it's the depth. Maryland's depth just continues to come at you in waves. And it's hard to keep reloading with these young basketball players for Georgia Tech and making good defenses against the experience that comes into the court every time there's a substitution.
The other thing for Georgia Tech, they have to be playing at their best to have a shot like that, hustling on defense. But Mouton somehow comes up with a loose ball, misses the shot, and is bailed out on a foul.
Great hustle by Georgia Tech. Great hustle by Byron Mouton, keeping that ball alive.
You know, you have to feel a little bit for Paul Hewitt and Tech. If they hadn't lost some of those heartbreakers early in the season, they would still have a shot at going to the NIT at the end of the season. But it's not going to happen for them now. They will drop to 10 and 15 at the end of this ball game, and their fate is pretty much determined. While Maryland, of course, the sky is the limit for the Terps as they battle Duke to see who's going to be the #1 seed going into the ACC tournament.
Absolutely. That is the premier game of the year. It's come down to that. That's what's great about this college basketball game. You get out at the end of the season, you got some huge matchups that are going to be pertaining inside of each conference, and that's just awesome.
It's the best, isn't it?
It's great, man. It's great. I tell them they don't have to pay me to do this, Mike.
Well, don't tell them that.
I keep telling them that. They keep wanting to pay me, so
you can open up that envelope. It's going to be lint instead of a check. A big thank you to Brad for working for nothing.
Well, there's already bologna sandwiches in there. I thought that's what we're supposed to get.
For the first time Tech had hit a field goal in nearly 7 minutes of the second half. Lead is 19. Maryland against North Carolina. This was the last time that Maryland beat a #1 team at Cole Fieldhouse. Duke will be coming in here this weekend. We take you back to 1998. Carter and Jamison led in the heels, but LaRon Prophet came through with 19 points, 6 in overtime, and Maryland won it 89-83, the last time they beat a #1 at Cole Fieldhouse. And of course, you knew that was going to be against North Carolina.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
The #1 Duke will come in here on Sunday. The rest of the Maryland games still have to play Clemson, Wake, Florida State, and they finish it up March 3rd with Virginia.
Woo.
Aren't many easy nights.
No nights off. You got to strap them up tight every night.
Of course, Florida State woke everybody up when they beat Duke by a point.
Just goes to show you the strength of this conference and how tough and how complex it can be.
Mouton with a lob to Baxter. Just got a piece of it, but enough to put it in.
That's a well-executed play. The pass wasn't the best pass, but that's what they wanted, was that back behind the zone pass, Lonnie Baxter.
Baxter still hustling, got the steal, but then traveled. I'm surprised right now Lonnie Baxter's still in there. 3:53 to go in the ballgame. Maryland by 21 over Georgia Tech as they have gotten their 20th victory of the year.
Even when a man has his toolbox handy, isn't it nice to turn to this all-purpose helper? The High Life man knows that if the pharaohs had duct tape, the Sphinx would still have a nose. We salute you, duct tape. You help a man get to Miller time.
Did you know that regular pads are designed to best fit a size 6? Hey, we're not all a size 6. So areas of our panties are unprotected. Now there's something new. Always maximum protection for sizes 14 plus. Longer front and back with wider flexi wings for the best coverage available from Always. Finally, something just for me. Always. Expect more protection.
Yo, Terry. What is it, Alf? This buffet has no worms. It's uncivilized. Well, then try something else. Oh, hey.
Not my
$1, you overgrown throw rug.
I thought $1 had no value.
Well, it does if you dial 10-10-220.
All calls up to 20 minutes are 99 cents.
Get out of town.
Yeah, and 7 cents a minute after 20.
All right, no dollars. Got any cats?
No. Furball.
Jealous?
Dial 10-10-220.
In the Big Ten, Indiana, number 24, facing Wisconsin. Michael Wilkinson using a little bit of glass here just inside the arc. 55-51, the score right there. Meanwhile, coming up next, Cam Stevens is 13 points, almost a double-double. It's Charlotte hosting Memphis up next.
All right, John, thanks very much. 3:53 to go here. Georgia Tech has scored only 20 points in the second half. The Maryland fans were chanting earlier, "We want Duke." Be careful what you wish for.
You're not kidding. I don't know if I'd be wanting Duke right now. They got to play a little bit better early on in the basketball game. They come out against Duke like they came out tonight, it'll be over before we get started.
Of course, that is the gold standard. You have to beat the champ. Follow slam won't go, as McHenry showed you the serious hops, but missed. We talked about the starting backcourts at the beginning of this telecast. Akins and Lewis really done their job combined for 27. Dixon and Blake for 19. Blake's been stuck on 8 assists so far in this game. Lonnie Baxter's been the star, though. 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks.
Front court has been the difference. They just really dominated Georgia Tech inside. Eat them up on the glass.
Wilcox fouled before the shot. Steve Blake, second in the ACC in assists this year. And he's the guy who does all the setup work.
He's just the glue, Mike. I mean, he can make shots. You know, he doesn't look to shoot the ball a lot. He really tries to get other guys off, get them into the flow of the game, makes his teammates better. That's what you want as a guard.
I know we both commented on that one pass, one turnover tonight, 8 assists. The one pass he made to Lonnie Baxter against North Carolina.
Oh, man.
I mean, it was a bullet pass from 15 feet that Baxter grabbed like it was a peach.
Yeah. I mean, he whistled that ball, and Baxter just caught it out the corner of his eye and snagged it. But you're right. I mean, and Steve Blake doesn't get the credit I think he deserves as being one of the premier point guards in the country, not in the ACC. He's just talented.
And there are not many guys who are that good one hand off the dribble.
Right.
And it's almost impossible to defend.
That's exactly right. When he has a poor game, this team doesn't play as well. It's just he's a direct reflection of his team.
Great defense by Nicholas, cutting off Lewis. Nicholas is one of those unsung heroes. Elder lost it, but picked up by Brooks, and he gets a bucket. Mouton back the other way, partially blocked, but Lonnie back, or Randall rather, with a follow.
Ryan Randall.
Maryland just comes at you in waves.
They really do. They keep the pressure coming. They don't back off. They don't stop. And you got to have your act together when you play these guys.
Muhammad to inbound. Here comes the "We Want Duke" chant again. They played 4 times last year, including the ACC semifinals and the Final Four. Maryland won 3 of the 4, including one of the most miraculous comebacks of all time that occurred right on this floor when Duke was down by 10 with a minute to go.
Unbelievable.
Somehow tied it up. I was here, I'm still convinced it didn't happen.
I have no idea how that took place. That was the most unbelievable thing. It just shows you what fortitude will do for you when you continue to play hard.
You know, we've done enough games. You get the feeling, a sense of how something's going to go.
Yeah.
There was no way they win that game. And then Maryland wins at Duke.
That's right.
Incredible stuff.
Probably.
2 wonderful programs, tremendously talented people, exceptional coaches. And we expect to see them in the championship game of the ACC tournament. Of course, the people like Virginia and Wake Forest may have a lot to say about it. NC State as well.
That's right.
Muhammad, nice drive. Cut off at the baseline.
Get your rebound. Get a chance to run some. Okay, stroke it if you make it. Don't miss it that bad.
No. McHenry seems to play well in streaks and then takes a couple of shots like that.
That's okay. They're behind enough, and he's trying to help his team get back in the game if he can. There's only a minute and a half left, so he's going to take some chances.
Collins is in for Maryland as Gary Williams sends in the reserves. Calvin McCall, former quarterback, number 12, is in there. Lewis. And Wilcox snaps that rebound down to Nicholas. And we only have 1:05 to go in the ball game. Lewis scoreless in the second half after he started the game in the first 20 minutes with a dozen. Maryland trying to go undefeated at Cole Fieldhouse. In the last season, it would be the 4th time they have ever done it. 95, 96, 97, 2002 would make it 4 years in the last 7.
That's incredible.
This facility hosted 2 Final Fours, 66 and 70. Calvin McCall.
Nice looking stroke by McCall, boy. Good looking shot.
Calvin McCall.
Played football for 2 years for the Terps. Muhammad with a long miss. Lewis with a follow. And 37 seconds to go. And Earl Badu, a crowd favorite, senior out of Baltimore, checks into the ball game.
Earl Badu hasn't got a lot of playing time this year. Great practice player, comes in, works hard. He deserves to get his minute.
So Georgia Tech gives it a good 30 minutes here, but finally falls victim to the Maryland talent. And they're down now by 23 with 29.7 seconds to go in the game.
Well, I think Georgia Tech takes a lot of good out of this ball game. You never like to lose. But there's some just such valuable experiences for this young basketball team. Has a great basketball coach.
Well, Paul Hewitt, you know, coaches are going to be optimistic and hope that you win every game no matter what. But deep down in his heart, he knew what kind of a season this had to be with all the youth he's got, no matter how good they might be as freshmen.
And Maryland, I see a basketball team that has to get better at starting the basketball game because they've got so much talent. If they can get on top, I mean, it'll be almost impossible ever to come back and beat a Maryland basketball team once they get you down.
Because they can put so much pressure on you.
They come at you in waves, so they need to get better at that. And they will.
85-62. Crowd wants Badu to shoot. Instead, he dishes it off to Randall, who walked. Now, you'd like to see these guys who work so hard in practice and take such grief from the coaches and the teammates, you know, would get a chance to score.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to happen for Badu. That's it. Georgia Tech's last visit to Cole Fieldhouse is a 20-point loss, 85-65. Coming up from Conference USA, Memphis at Charlotte for our entire ESPN crew. This is Mike Patrick. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now to the studio, John Saunders and Jay Billis.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. Coming up next, DeJuan Wagner. Well, we know just about everything he has done this year. The only question is, will he stick around? They know he'll be there tonight. Again.
I don't know about representing that part of it. Good defense.
Crawford. Oh, did he travel? I think I saw some daylight there underneath his feet. Terrence Crawford got a screen, great screen from John Zian, but the shot won't fall, and Jason Dietrich playing inspired basketball.
Well, did you see the difference down here on the end with Oklahoma? Every red shirt had a white shirt on his back. Good entry pass.
Aaron McGee fouled as he tried to get the shot away.
Now, I really think, Fred, that's a good adjustment by Kelvin Sampson coming out of that last time out to go back into Aaron McGee. Look at him start posting up as the ball's coming down the floor. Great recognition for Hollis Price not to try the entry pass, but to drop it down to Darian Selvey.
Ivan McCarter wound up on his back and fouled him. McGee knocks the free throw down. He's 3 for 3 at the line with 7 points.
But one of